You know how they say you're not actually paranoid if they are actually out to get you? Sometimes I get the feeling that CG is out to get me, because yesterday I put out a video talking about where is all the news around the stuff that we're getting. Meathead, if you're watching this. Hi buddy, how you doing today? Hope you're good. Yeah? Cool. Anyway, I put out a video yesterday going over the stuff that we're waiting to hear back from CG around Relic Delta and the changes to the economy and, what's happening with Relic 10. And of course, the last one, which was Smugglers Run 3, the event that is supposed to be supporting the investment people make into getting Pirate King Hondo Onaka. Just good business. Anyway, about a couple of hours after I posted that video and I talked about Relic Delta and all the nonsense, and Smugglers Run 3 is probably waiting for Relic 10 to come to the game so that we could get, Relic 10 mats. It's like they looked at that one and said, Scribe, you're a dumbass. Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this post that CG's put up about Smugglers Run 3 and why it's actually pretty good. So here is the Smugglers Run 3 update 13 hours ago, and my video was like 14 hours ago or something, who knows. Holotable heroes, you are finally ready to do some real business, yes? Today I have excellent news. News that involves glorious profit, of course. We are going to give you an update on Smugglers Run 3. Prepare yourselves, because soon you will be gathering some of Galactic Legend Hondo Onaka. That's me, the Magnificent One. Most valuable booty. We all do like to chase booty. With the introduction of Smugglers Run 3, you will be reducing the cadence of each Smugglers Run what? Yeah, so they're reducing the cadence of Smugglers Run. So, if you don't know, Smugglers Run 3, it's the third one. It's the third one, guys. There are two others called Smugglers Run and Smugglers Run 2. Now, typically, these run about 3 times a month in the current cadence. We can go ahead and check that out. So if we look down at the cadence over here, we've got October, 3 runs. We've got September, 3 runs. August, 3 runs. July, 2 runs. For some reason, we only had 2 in July. Who knows why? And then, once again, June, 3 runs. May, 3 runs. I think, more or less, almost every month, we get Smugglers Run 1 about 3 times a month, okay? 3 times a month, that's fine. Let's check out Smugglers Run 2. Smugglers Run 2 over here, look, we've only had 1 run so far of Smugglers Run 2 this month. Last month we had 2 runs, month before that 3 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 runs. You see what I mean? It's usually about 3 times per month for the Smuggler Run 1 and Smugglers Run 2 events. So how is that changing? To ensure everyone is getting a proper amount of rewards in total, we have increased the rewards per run. The current cadence will be Smugglers Run 1 running every other Monday, Smugglers Run 2 every other Wednesday, and Smugglers Run 3 every other Friday. So this is good and bad, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, instead of it running 3 times a month, we're getting it 2 times a month, but it's a regular cadence, a set day of the week, which kind of falls in line with CG's recent sort of style of let's have everything fit into a 28-day calendar type thing, right? It helps keep everything neat and organized. It's like a little bit of OCD packaging, much like my brain, except my brain is addled with lack of focus. What are we talking about? Smugglers Run. Right, okay, so here are the changes. Now, bearing in mind, they've reduced the cadence. Because they've reduced the cadence, they have upped those rewards ever so slightly. All right, so what are we having done over here? We are having done the following. Previously, we get these Mark 1 fusion coils, Mark 1 power flows, Mark 1 fusion discs, Mark 1 bonding pins, credits, and mystery health demod. All that means is just a random 5-dot mod, guys. That's going up from 4 to 6. I mean, let's be real, guys. I'm not a mathematician. If you're looking for spreadsheets, you come into the wrong place. However, even I know that this is just a 50% boost, okay? We've lost 1 run. Yeah, we've lost 1 run out of 3. So if we were to times this by 3, because normally we'd have it 3 times a month, we would be getting 4, 8, 12, right? Yeah. But because we're only having it 2 times now, if we times this by 2, it's also 12. So the total number of rewards for the same period is staying exactly the same. All right. Even this over here, what is that? 250,000 times 3 is 750,000. 375,000 times 2, 750,000. So it's like, okay, I get it. We are getting the same amount of rewards. This one over here, we're actually getting more mods. Sick. one random 5-dot mod. It's a health mod as well. Amazing. So this is only a Gear 10 entry. This is the first tier of Smugglers Run 1. Smugglers Run 2, 1 does have a higher tier, of course. Gear 12 rewards. This one, once again, mark capacitors from 5 to 8. Not exactly a like for like, but this works in our favor. This works in our favor, right? Because normally we'd be getting 15, and now we're getting 16. 15, 16, 15, 16, 15, 16, 15, 16. I've demonetized my channel. Damn it. Anyway. Similarly, over here, we would be getting 6, we're getting 8. So really, all these rewards are actually a net positive for us on Smugglers Run 1. We are getting slightly more in terms of mod slicing materials. Smugglers Run 2, then, this has only got the 1 tier. It's the very deadly Relic 3 entry, Need Jabba the Hutt. Now, this one was always fantastic, guys. This was always a fantastic event. This is why everybody says getting Jabba as an early GL is paramount to your roster, because it helps you get amazing mods. All right, these micro attenuators over here, this is what's let you re-slice your mods, so you can go from something with 3-speed 16 to 5-speed 28, and you're like, booyah. Thank you so much. I will keep doing that all the time. So these micro attenuators, incredibly valuable. Incredibly valuable. Once again, normally in the previous cadence, 3 times 20, we'd be getting 60 a month. Now we are getting 60 a month. 60. Same over here. 50, we normally get 150. And now we're actually getting 152. So we're getting 2 more Mark 1 capacitors, Mark 1 amplifiers each month. Micro attenuators, normally we'd get 90. Now we're getting 92. Bosh. And then the mystery health mods, we're actually going to be up by 1. Amazing. They really are pushing the boat out and giving these 6-dot mods. Still, I'll take a free 6-dot mod. Now, this is Smugglers Run 3. It has got 2 tiers. 1, and we know that you need to have Hondo. Pirate King Hondo is the assumption for this one. 2 tiers for this one. You've got the Relic 3 tier and then the Relic 9 tier. I'm not sure if this one is going to be a case of you can run one or the other, or, you know, so say you've got Relic 3, but not Relic 9, you can run this. Or if it's like some of the older events where you can only, the rewards are shared, so you could choose to do the R9 or the R3, not both. That's what's not clear to me at the moment. I'm not too sure on that. We'll have to find out TM soon. But here we go. You know, this is the new thing. So let's compare it. It is basically exactly the same. This Relic 3 one is exactly the same as Smugglers Run 2 in terms of rewards, I believe. Mark 2 circuit breakers, yep. Mark 2 pulse modulators, yep. Mark 1 capacitors, Mark 1 amplifiers, micro attenuators, yeah. So this Smugglers Run 3 very deadly tier is exactly the same as Jabba's Smugglers Run 2. Jabba's one is already phenomenal. Already the best access we've got to mod slicing materials in the game. Huge. Super, super valuable. What's the bonus tier? The bonus tier requires Relic 9, which is a high barrier to entry. How is it different? It is essentially more of the same. Mark II circuit breaker modules. These are incredibly valuable, ladies and gentlemen. Incredibly valuable. Don't forget you can run these twice, usually. You know, Smugglers Run 2, you sim it twice per time it appears, right? So I'm assuming that you'll be able to do these twice as well. So this is just literally almost exactly the same. We're getting the Mark II circuit breakers, the Mark II pulse modulators, we're getting the capacitors, we're getting the Mark I amplifiers, we are also getting Mark I fusion coils and Mark I flow control chips. The heck are those? But we'll check them out. But check it out, look, we are getting 10 more of the Mark II circuit breakers, and this is really good, guys. I'll show you why this is good now, actually. So those mod slicing materials, these are the Mark II thermal exchange units. We're getting 40 of these in Smugglers Run 3 on the epic tier, or the very difficult tier, the R9 tier, right? These are used from taking units mods from like 6E to 6A. You need loads of them. And if you've ever tried to sim the node that you can earn those rewards on, I think it's this one over here. If you've ever tried to sim your energy trying to get these, it's like getting blood from a stone. You'll do like 150 crystals and you get 3 of them. And even for like 6E to 6D, you'll need like 15 or 10 or 20 of them or something like that. You need loads of these things, right? So that is really, really good in and of itself. Let's actually go ahead and check out some mod stuff real quick, just so we can get an idea of what we're looking at here. So let's just take a look at what we're trying to achieve here. So, Mark 1 capacitors, that's one of the things that we're getting. Those Mark 1 capacitors is just here. We're getting 84 of those. Times up by 2, you're getting 168 of those every 2 weeks. These are what you need in order to take mods to 6 dots from 5 dots. You need 50 of them. So that already is giving you 3 6-dot mods immediately. That's really cool. Mark 1 amplifiers then, what's that piece? So the Mark 1 amplifiers is what you'll get used in the early levels as well over here. You've got the Mark 1 capacitors, that's what takes you up to 6 dots. You've got the Mark 1 amplifiers, helps you go through these various fields. I mean, as you can see, look, we could get 16. Can we get 17? No, we got tenacity instead. But look, see, Mark II thermal exchange units, constantly under pressure to get these. So more access to that means more access to slicing your mods up to 6A, which means more speed, more offense, more health, more protection, more tenacity, more everything that you could possibly want. Love all this. And for some reason, we are getting these Mark 1 power flow controlled chips. Now, I personally don't find these ones to be that big of an issue, realistically. The fusion coils I need more of usually. I tend to farm these up to about 300 a piece on these early ones. These are obviously all used to just slice your mods in general, but it's nice to get more mats. You know, you can't really complain about that. And then we're getting 2 60 speed mods. Speed mods are always good. Now, is this as exciting, ladies and gentlemen? Is it as exciting as something like Relic mats? Not even close. I understand why people would be upset if they looked at this and they just thought, oh, it's just mod stuff. You know, it's just mod stuff. We're not getting stuff for like Relic 10. We're not getting anything to help signal data. We're not getting anything to help Relic materials. No like Aeromax and Girder keypads and impulse detectors and Electrium conductors and all that lovely business. And I am too sharing those thoughts. I am sharing those thoughts with you, and I'm a little bit disappointed in that respect. I, of course, did think it was going to be for Relic 10 materials. I was clearly wrong. No surprises there. No surprises there. However, let's not pretend like this is still not an absolute win. We are getting more materials even if you haven't gone for Jabber. You know, even you haven't gone for Pirate King Hondo, you're still getting a minor amount more materials for mod slicing mats. That's all really good. And secondly, if you've gone for Pirate King Hondo, this is still gaining an extra, 50% on what you were getting before. You're getting at least what you were getting with Jabber on top. More access to mod slicing materials is still really, really good. Mods are still really, really important. And we have to hope now, fingers crossed, pretty please pray to every being that you know that you wish to give you additional luck that CG is still going to do something to help us with the Relic crunch, basically. Everything that we need, signal data and all the Relic mats. I'm sure it's coming. They said new game modes are coming. They said they're going to be addressing stuff. Let's give us some time. But I want to hear off you guys. What's your thoughts on Smugglers Run 3? Is it a win or a lose, or are you just kind of, yeah, I don't really care? Who knows? Who knows? But I think that you are beautiful. May the force be with you.